Alrighty, I had a torque converter on the scare chair and I wanted to see how it would run without a torque converter. And I put a regular clutch on it and now it does not do wheelies. It has, maybe it has a little more top end it seems like, but now it doesn't do wheelies. So I'm like, how can I get it to do wheelies without a torque converter? So I figured I would try this. I bought this clutch. It has 10 teeth on the sprocket, so that's equivalent to adding like 12 teeth on the back sprocket, and it engages at 2800 RPM. So that should put the engine in the power band. Definitely maybe do a wheelie, I'm not sure. But then, so with the 10 tooth on the clutch, it goes from a 5 gear ratio to a 6. So that definitely should give it a lot more power taken off. So we shall see if it does a wheelie or not. With this cover off, alrighty then. There we go. All right. Loosen this engine up so I can move it up forward or back. There we go. Pop the chain off. Alright, probably gonna need a puller for this baby. Probably gonna need a puller for that. Doesn't seem like it wants to slide off. Yeah, I don't know if I get that puller in there. Probably I can. Maybe I can get it in there without taking the engine off. Alright, here we go. Looks like she's coming now. Come on now. There we go. Yes. Pop that puppy off. Alrighty. So they say on the 10 tooth one versus the 12 tooth one, the 10 tooth one doesn't have a brass bushing in here, and the 12 tooth does. So that's one thing about this clutch. You got to always constantly make sure this is lubed up in here because it does not have that bushing, so it's metal to metal. Just making sure all the burrs and stuff are off this thing, man, because it's metal to metal right there. So let's make sure this thing's cleaned off real nice. And they give you some anti-seize here too to make sure. If you go with the 11 tooth clutch, it has the bushing. So we'll see how this one runs on here. If it's a big pain, I can always go with the 11 tooth, which is it's equivalent to having what 66 on the back sprocket instead of 60. It's a shoe assembly. A couple spacers. A sprocket assembly. Maybe put this baby on there to hold it. Alrighty then. Comes with a bolt. Sweet. Alright. There's that. Alrighty then. 10 tooth. And this thing engages like at 2,800 RPM, man. So it'll be interesting to see if this thing will do a wheelie. Do a wheelie with this thing on, because it's like having a 72 sprocket on the back. It'll be interesting. Man, it's almost enough. It's almost where I can just leave the chain like it is. I think I can. That's cool. Don't even have to shorten the chain. That is nice. There we go. Nice and tight. Alrighty. That should be good. Yeah, that's about right. It's about loose enough. Got a little bit of looseness to it. There we go, man. 10 tooth clutch, 62 sprocket. It comes out to what, a 6, I think, gear ratio? Kind of like the mini bike. Same gear ratio as the mini bike. Alrighty then. Pop the side cover back on. It's all buttoned up in there. That's what's cool about this thing, man. It has easy access to to the engine. All right, that should do it to it. All right, we're good to go. Get the 10 tooth clutch back in there now, or 10 tooth clutch in there now. All right, let's see how she runs. If it improved 0 to 30 times in it. Alright, let's see what you got. I did a 0 to 30 in 3.68. That's pretty good for this thing. The 10 tooth clutch definitely made it more fun. You definitely can drift it again, and it improved the 0 to 30 times, I think, by like a couple tenths of a second, because it did it like in 3.68. I think that's like a couple of tenths better. So yeah, it's definitely an improvement with a 10 tooth clutch, and it grabs at 2,800 RPM, so it definitely makes it where you can do donuts and stuff in the dirt or drift it. So yeah, that's definitely cool, man. That's a nice clutch. I like it.